Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of my adventures in Rookgard. In the last one we worked on our equipment and then I started hunting the poison spider cave and we got up to level 20. And to kickstart this episode I decided to go back to the cave for just a moment and we got 20 shielding because I was just very close. But I think I'm done with this place for now, so the goal for this episode will be to try and get our first add-on. I hope you'll enjoy. So an add-on is an upgrade to an outfit that changes your character's looks. It doesn't provide any bonuses, it's purely cosmetic, but it looks cool, so I want it. There are 3 different add-on quests you can do on Rookgard, and today I'll be trying to get the Citizen Hat Addon that you can see Norma wearing over there. Norma can make us the hat, and to do it she needs 100 chicken feathers, 50 honeycombs, and a Legion helmet, so let's go and get all of those. The Legion helmet is extremely easy to obtain, so we will be focusing on the chicken feathers and honeycombs for now, and you can find chickens in the premium area that I didn't showcase before. And speaking of premium, one thing that I forgot to mention before is to get add-ons you need to have premium time, it's a premium only feature. And if your premium time ever runs out, you cannot use them anymore until you get your premium back. Anyways, when it comes to the chickens, they are plentiful on the premium area, they are easy to kill, they drop their feathers quite often, so every time I'm back in the city I will just clear them out and we should get a bunch of feathers passively. And here's my first feather, 99 to go. The real difficulty comes in gathering 50 honeycombs. Even though it's half as many as feathers, they are a lot less common, and to get them I will be hunting in a small circle on the west side of the island. I'll start in Wasp Tower. It houses 11 wasps who are the primary droppers for honeycombs, so I want to clear this place as often as possible and only leave for a short time so the wasps can respawn. After Wasp Tower, I'll move on to the nearby bear alcove. There's 2 bears there that can also drop honeycombs, although very rarely. After that, I'll knock out the peeing orc with my trusty rolling pin and sneak into the orc fortress to kill the 2 orc spearmen that reside there, and maybe we'll get lucky and snag a pair of studded legs. And that's the entire route. I expect it to be pretty bad in terms of experience per hour, but we're here primarily for the honeycombs, so all the experience we get along the way is just a bonus. No way we got studded legs on my first kill. No way, we are done after the first spearman kill. My current leather legs have 1 armor, and the new studded legs have 2 armor, so stats wise, we now have the best in slot equipment on the island. So now with the studded legs obtained, I don't think there is much point in going back to the orc fortress, walking all the way back to knock down the orc and then back to the fortress just to fight orcs that are slow to kill. So I'm making a change in the route. After the 2 bears, instead of going west to the fortress, I'll go east through the forest, killing wolves along the way, then enter the back tunnel, but I'll only clear the bugs just by the ladder. Then I'll run back west on the road, picking up even more wolves and snakes, and enter the Wasp Tower again. This should noticeably improve the XP per hour. On top of the Wasp Tower there is a honey flower patch. In the past it used to be an item spawn, you can pick up a new one every single day, but nowadays you just use it and you get 1 per character. I cannot get any more. We could trade it in for studded legs on premium area, but I would much rather just keep it. It weighs 10 ounces, but it's one of the more useful items in Rookgard. Let me show you how it works. I have 2 bears on me, they can both attack me, and if I were to stand on this tile over here, they could both reach me, they could both attack me, but look what happens when I throw my honey flower over here. I can walk on it, but the monsters can't, so only 1 can reach me. This is primarily useful to set up some training spots. If there's 3 or more monsters, for example, you can make it so only 2 can attack you, so you can optimally train your shielding. Also, if you want to put some extra effort, you can throw your honey flower behind the monster if it were to escape, so it has to path around it, and you can catch up to it faster, but it's usually more effort than it's worth. Also, it's my second time recording this, because previously I minced my words, and during that time I got my first bear paw. Ooh, and we got our first honeycomb! After 45 wasp kills. We will be here a while. And so, I began hunting on the Wasp Tower and the nearby areas. Very quickly, I realized that the respawns just aren't quick enough, so I started fully clearing the bug tunnel and the snakes up the ladder to extend our trips. Also, for some variety, from time to time, instead of going east, I instead went west and dug up the hidden hole to enter the skeleton ruins. Their lifesteal attack could quickly run my health bar down if I just tanked 4 of them in the open, so the honey flower was very useful to help me fight just 2 at a time. Even though the route was less experience per hour compared to the poison spider cave from last episode, we are still early on in our adventure, so the advancements came fast. During the course of 2 days, I got up to level 21, then 22, during which I hit both 21 shielding and a while later 18 sword fighting, level 23, and 24. And now I'm gonna finish off this wasp to hit level 25, and in the time it took me to get from level 20 to now, I have gotten a grand total of 14 honeycombs. So let's take a very brief break because I have something cool to show you. If we come to the Rookguard Bank and talk to Pauli, he can exchange my gold coins to platinum, and doing that will bring me over 100 platinum coins. So we can exchange that platinum further, 100 platinum coins, and turn it into my very first crystal coin on Rookguard. And speaking of money, since I keep leveling up and I get more and more capacity, a common thing that started happening was my backpack filling up with gold and I couldn't pick up anymore until I came back to town to exchange it. I could still carry more weight, but I just didn't have the space for it, so we're gonna do the old classic and buy a second backpack to put in our main backpack, and now we can hold more things. But that's enough dilly-dallying in town, there are wasps that need killing. I think I'll just update you at every level to keep myself accountable and stick to this grind. Here's level 26 with 18 honeycombs so far. Level 27 with 27 honeycombs. Level 28 with 35 honeycombs, and one of them is actually my first honeycomb drop from a bear. 29 with 42 honeycombs. I feel so close. We are so close to being done. Also, not too long ago, I also hit 19 sword fighting. Hello everyone, I would like to interrupt your video with a very quick lesson on what not to do on Rookguard. I got a perfect opportunity since a new Rookster logged in today, very low level, and behaved in a really annoying way, so I will just assume in good faith that they might be a new player and will share 2 unwritten rules, just in case you might be new to the game as well. Rule number 1. If you see bodies, that means someone is hunting there. Please don't kill anything. If you see the person, you can ask them politely when they plan to finish, or if they can move somewhere else, but the first person in the location has dibs and you should respect that. And the second thing, please don't leave monsters on red health. That makes them scatter and run away, and another person will have to run around and clean up after you and gain close to no experience for doing that. You should finish off your mobs, and if they are too tough for you, you should hunt somewhere else for both your and others' benefit. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Back to wasps. There it is! That's the last honeycomb. Honeycomb number 50. I'm done. Of course, we still have to get the chicken feathers, but the hard part is done. With the honeycombs now done, it's time to move on to the chicken feathers, and in the time I was collecting the combs, I managed to get 30 feathers, so we have 70 to go. I already showed you some chicken spawns in the town side of the premium area, but there are a bunch more in the actual hunting grounds, so let's showcase some of the premium area real quick, and since there are no chickens underground, we will focus on the surface. To me, the surface of the premium area revolves around 3 wolf hills, one in the northwest, one in the west, and one in the east. Between them, there are some spiders, snakes, and of course, chickens. So the general plan will be to clear the town side of the premium area, then move on to the west and run between these 3 wolf hills, clearing them out for some experience and trying to snag some chickens that roam in between. So that is the basis, but it might be too small of a circle to sustain the respawns, so I will also add 2 caves to the mix since I really like them very much. They are both located between the wolf hills 2 and 3. The first one is just a hole with a bunch of snakes. Even though they drop no loot, it's really fun just one-shotting them all and seeing the XP numbers fly. I love it. And the second one is a tunnel that leads to a room with 5 skeletons, and since skeletons are one of my favorite monsters to hunt, I just couldn't miss it. And here's Pre-Searing from the future speaking. I only managed to run this route a few times, then I had to go to bed, and the next 2 days I was so busy, I basically only logged in to clear out the safe area chickens a few times, and here we are. That's chicken feather number 100. Sometimes life gets in the way of Rookguard gains, but if I had more time I would have definitely run the circles that I described before. Anyways, the important part now is that we're almost done, and the only item I need is a Legion helmet. Of course, I don't want to give out the one that I use, so we have to get a second one, and I purposefully left one quest uncompleted earlier specifically for this reason. Made my way to the bear room area. Last time I was here 20 levels ago I had to block every single monster out with some boxes, but now I can deal with them no problem. And if we click this chest over here, I will get a backpack, and inside there is a present box, and someone in the city will be very interested in getting that. Also a very important moment, my very first Minotaur kill. Let's talk to Seymour in the Rookguard Academy, greet him with a hi. I moved my window so you can see the chat, and if I tell him that I found a present box, he will not believe me at first, and he'll say, "Only nonsense on your mind, eh?" I guess Seymour is canonically Canadian. But if I say present box again, he will start to believe me that I actually have found a present box, and we say yes, and he will trade me a Legion helmet for it. And now, since we have our 50 honeycombs, 100 feathers and a Legion helmet, we can go and talk to Norma in the bar at the north side of the town, greet her with a hi, then we say hat, and we begin a quest in which she tells us what she needs, and since I already have everything, I will greet her with a hi again, then say hat again, and yes, I have everything. And now she takes the supplies, and we can now use the Citizen Hat Addon. If I switch my outfit from Hunter to Citizen, as you can see, we now have Addon number 2. This is what the hat looks like. And I'm also gonna take this opportunity and switch my blue to a little darker shade. I think that looks better. And now we're beginning to look like a proper Rookstayer. Of course, while I love the hat, the outfit looks a little bit empty on the back without the signature backpack, so we're officially beginning the hunt for 100 Minotaur leathers required for the second add-on. And to be honest, that can take months, so it's not the goal for the next episode, it's just something we will be slowly working towards. So there it is! Our goal for the video is completed. I got the Citizen Hat Addon. But we also got 9 levels while gathering the supplies, so the only thing left to do to end this episode with a nice finishing touch is to hit level 30. There it is. Always love to reach those round number milestones, and it's always great to get that +1 attack bonus we get every 5 levels. There's also 2 more things that I think are worth mentioning. The first one is my recent advancement to 23 shielding, very cool. And the second one is, I thought I'll just throw it out there to anyone that might be curious. My total kill count for wasps to get 50 honeycombs is 1739, and my kill count for chickens is 592, so that's roughly what you should expect if you're going for the hat. So, with that done, I think it's a good moment to wrap up this episode. Another one in a row where I got 10 levels, but I already know that this tempo is not sustainable, so don't expect those big gains in the next one. In fact, I already know that we will be slowing down a lot, but I'll talk more about it in the next episode. With that said now, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope you'll have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.